Hey guys, I'm back with a tutorial or a little how I do it video is what I like to call them. How to sew, like when you're hemming a pair of jeans and you or making a bag or anything that has a bulky seam in it. How to get your normal sewing machine to sew over it without breaking needles and thread and all the hassles that come along with it. I make a lot of things out of denim, and this little hack has really saved a lot of headaches in my world. So I'm just gonna walk through it with you and show you how I do it, and then hopefully I can save you guys some hassle down the road. So I just cut this piece off the bottom of a pair of jeans just to give you guys just a better view of it instead of trying to wrestle a pair of jeans under my sewing machine and hem them up. So this seam is what I think is the toughest seam to sew over. So all I do is bend that area over like that, and give that a few little whacks with a hammer just to soften it up. Kind of like that. And then when you're hemming, you want to fold it again, right? So something like that. And I'm just going to use some clips to hold it where I want it to be, because it gets pretty bulky, right? So kind of like this. And when that's holding it down, I want to give that a few more hits. A little tenderizing tool. Okay. So let's sew that under the machine. So I have denim thread in here, and I couldn't find my denim needle. I don't know why. I should have a million of them here. So I'm using a leather needle in my machine. Okay, and I have a walking foot on, just because I like my walking foot. You can do it with just a regular foot as well, but this machine always has my walking foot on it. Okay, so let's do a few stitches here, and I have my stitch length set at 3, just so you know. So what you want to do when you hit this spot where that was too close. So when you hit this spot here, there you go, where you're just coming up to that seam, I like to hand crank and get your needle nested right in that seam. And sometimes you gotta raise your foot a little bit, nudge it up there. Okay, so right there, right beside it. And then I take 1 or 2 pieces of this cardboard. It's a little thicker. It's not that chipboard that cereal boxes are made from. It's a cardboard, actual cardboard. So I try 1 and see, with the needle down, you raise your foot up, and 1's gonna do it for this. And then you make sure you put your foot back down. Okay. And then I still don't use my foot pedal. So I'm still hand cranking over that seam, because it's just tough. So when you get to the other side here, and just when it comes off that seam, you want to do 1 right there, 1 needle width off of that seam. And then I have this other piece of cardboard, which I do double up, and it has a little notch in it. You see that little notch, and I'm going to measure that for you so you know exactly how big that is. So just give me 1 second, I'll find a ruler. Okay, so it is, and this seems, I've used it on a pair of pants already, and it seemed to work good this length. So it is, if you can see it there, let's see if I can focus. There we go. So it is almost 1.5 inches. So like if you want to make it like a full 1.5 inches, that's fine. That's not going to matter. You just want to be able to have your sewing machine foot come all the way off the stitch before you pull this out, or off the hem, sorry. So then let's zoom you back in, take a little closer look here. Okay, so with your presser foot back up, you're going to slide this in, and your needle is going to come through here, right? And I'm still hand cranking at this point until I'm off that seam. Okay, and then you take your back cardboard out, and then you can use your foot pedal at this point. Oh. There. And then make sure your needle's down, and you lift your foot up, and then you push it down again. And let's see if I can get you down here further. You can see, or can you? Oh, okay, we're gonna jostle this a bit because I want to make sure you can. Okay, so your foot is off of that seam back there, and that's how I knew to take my cardboard out. And then you can finish this with your foot pedal. Okay, let's see how we did. Make sure your needle's up. Let's take a little peek. Isn't that much better? No fussing around here. Let's see if I can put this down. I'm doing it one-handed at this point. Okay. Much better, eh? Let's see what the other side looks like. Perfect. Like, no hassles in there. Looks like my tension could use a little tightening. But that's about it. All right. So that's how I get around that. So you want 1 piece of cardboard for the back when you start going through the seam, and make sure you use your hand crank up until that first little point here. You can use your pedal all the way along, but when you get here you want to hand crank it so your needle's nesting right in that spot. And then you want to put your cardboard behind your foot, and then hand crank over the seam, and then that's where you put this one in. And then once you get over this next hump, and then you can hand crank or use your foot pedal through here. And then once your presser foot fits nicely down on this cardboard, you can make sure your needle's down, and then lift up your presser foot, and then take this out, and then sew the rest of the way. Hopefully that helps you guys. I know it helps me. It's gonna help me with my bag handles. It's gonna be a little bit of a game changer around here. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. That's my little how-to on that, how I do it on that. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button. That helps me out a lot. All right? Take care. Have a wonderful day. Until next time. Bye for now.